Hi guys, welcome to the WonderlandSprite's podcast, also kind of a live stream. And my name's Echo, the owner slash admin of WonderlandSprites, and who are you lovely people?
I'm Ace. Sorry. I kind of break in my words there. I'm the Ace kitten, asexual kitten.
I'm Kale, and I also admin WonderlandSprite's. So yeah.
And I am Ska'ar.
We're doing kind of impromptu podcasts, but first we're going to start it with questions, which is the pet play tag, because no one asked us questions, so we're just going to do kind of a tag. Since I am not a pet, I will be asking the questions. And we'll go down the line yet again. Alright, first question. What pet are you?
Well, I'm a kitten who is right now venturing off into bunny play.
I'm just a kitten, no specific one, just one in general.
I am a kitten that is looking into canine play, but not specific.
How long have you known about pet play?
Just about a little over a year.
I would say the same thing. I found out about it maybe 2 years ago, but then I actually started intense research about it.
I want to say I first heard about it about two and a half years ago, but I only started actually getting into it and looking into it, I want to say about a year and a half ago.
I can actually answer this question. I've known about it a little over a year. Alright, question number 3. Do you have an owner slash master slash trainer slash guardian? If so, what do you refer to them as?
So I have a master, but I refer to him as, depending on the day, I'll refer to him as his name. I'll refer to him as Sir, Master, or Dad.
My boyfriend and I don't participate together in kitten play or pet play in general, just because we're both kind of working our way into it, not kind of baby steps. But so I guess if anything, he's more of a protector, just a boyfriend. And I refer to him as his name, or sometime Love. Ooh, and Honey Bear. It's like a cute bear.
Aww.
I have 2 owners, my alpha and my beta, and when we are doing BDSM, how do I word this? If she is in a dominant mood, I call her my lady, and if my beta is in a dominant mood, I call him sir.
I like my
or angel.
My lady sounds so prestige and royal.
Number 4. Are you collared?
No, I'm not, unfortunately.
I don't even. I mean, I have collars, but I don't have a significant collar.
I would say I'm unofficially collared. We've yet to find a specific collar that we want to call our official collaring collar, but my alpha has quote-unquote collared me before, if that makes sense.
If you do have collars, how many do you have?
Oh, Jesus, gotta go find them.
I have so many. I tend to kind of make them and then forget that I have them, and then people just kind of give me their old ones that don't fit them anymore.
I have about a dozen because I make my own, and I even have one that Ace gave me, and I love it very much. But I make my own, so I don't have any for me, but I have around a dozen.
I want to say I have 4. I have 1 from Kitten's Playpen, 2 from Wonderland's Playpen, and 1 from the Kitten Collection.
Some of these questions I will skip because you probably get these questions a lot. What is your favorite and least favorite thing about the pet play community?
Oh, see, my least favorite thing is how toxic it can be a lot of the time. Like, you can say one wrong thing, and the entire community is just going to be completely on your back. But at the same time, you're going to have this group of people who are always just kind of like, we're here for you. We understand where you're coming from. And we're not going to, like, if you're wrong, then we'll tell you. But at the same time, if you're not wrong, then we're going to defend you.
Good point.
My favorite thing would have to be just how like open people are to new ideas, but then also people aren't open to new ideas. If that makes any sense. Like I like the idea that some people are just like, oh yes, this is very nice and that's really cool and I like how you're open about it. But then as soon as you're too open about something or open about something that they're not open about, it's automatically like you are wrong. Which I think is just not fair, because everyone should be accepting, because we're all kind of in the same boat.
Yeah. You both pretty much said my answer.
I'd like to answer this one because even though I am not a pet, I am in the pet play community as an owner of a modeling page. So my favorite thing is just how the positivity about body size and insecurities are, people don't judge people over looks or if your gear is fancy or etc. But the least favorite thing is if you mess up one thing, you're then hated and misinterpreted. Oh, so much.
Another thing that I both love and hate about the community is the clicks. Like,
Oh god, yes.
you know, like if you're in like especially with modeling pages, like modeling pages are like a family, but also people might like see them as like, I think we are better than you for this. So that's one thing I hate about the misconceptions about clicks.
I try not to make WonderlandSprite's this above group where you have to have VIP. And I want to make sure everyone's involved. But sometimes it doesn't seem like that, especially when people want to attack modeling groups for being exclusive when they're not.
Also, right. I have this like so many ideas, but another like my opinion, I don't know how others feel about this. I just don't like how younger people, just like around under like 16 or under like 15, are kind of like participating in this to be different. You know, like, oh, I like ears. It's one thing to be into Neko play, like the Neko fashion, but it's just like kind of, it makes me feel invalid because this is actually how I feel if you like say like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, blah, I like ears and I'm so kawaii and I'm such a cute kitten.
People trying to make it seem like a trend.
Yes, the trending of it.
Oh, another thing that really bothers me is when people get pet play confused with being a furry. Which I have like no problem with furries. I know people who hate them. I'm not really one of those people. I mean, there are some people who take it a little bit too far. And I just choose to stay away from those specific people. But then, just like in every other thing, just people who take it too far. So with like, when you go to tell somebody what pet play is, they're just like, oh, you're just a furry, stay away from me. It's just like, please just shut up. No, that's not what I'm saying.
I will say one thing about the minors is we're not trying to say that their feelings are disvalued because they're young. I'm saying that you should wait and really make sure this is what you want and what you and your boyfriend or girlfriend want to do, because this is not just a normal vanilla relationship.
Especially people who look for like relationships.
Yeah,
because of this.
It's very, very dangerous.
Well, you only need to worry about
it's a contract. It's very sexual. That you can get hurt. You can get mentally and physically abused very easily in this kind of relationship. So you really need to be prepared. I would find a protector if you're underage. A good one with good, like, I would say reviews.
Yeah. Well, there's a few pages that I've heard of, like, not participated in, but there's like an overall protector, like maybe 4 or 5 protectors, and they each have like designated like subs, I guess. and they kind of like take care of them. Like they're dominant without being relationship.
It's
Just
the best word would be a babysitter in the little community. That's what it's called. So try looking for that. All right. And one thing you would never do as a pet.
It really. Oh. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to answer that one.
Let me try to rephrase it. What is your least favorite thing about being a pet on Instagram?
Oh, the creepy people like DMing you and then asking what it is and then judging you for it.
One thing I wouldn't do with kitten play, especially right now, is involve it sexually, just because I am, like, in a sense, more on the younger side of the community, and I don't feel like I'm ready to do that.
That's very mature of you.
Yeah, like, I don't want to be, like, I don't know, I feel like it's more of a relationship and, like, not as, like, sexual thing, especially for me, but, I don't like the idea of, well, personally for me, I do see relationships and it works out very well when they incorporate it sexually, and I do see those relationships very highly, but I don't feel like I'm ready for that. And and also one thing I don't like about being a model on Instagram is like people think like, especially like people DMing you and being like, "Hey kitty," and stuff. When I very much kind of established multiple times that I'm definitely not in any way looking for a relationship.
As for like the Instagram part, I guess because it's not like I'm hiding the fact that I am a pet on my Instagram, but I do in fact have family members who follow me on there who don't necessarily know for a fact about my life as a pet. So I guess that'd be my one thing, is just having that being open to people that I don't necessarily want them to know, but then again, I'd feel too guilty if, say, I like block them on Instagram or something like that.
Oh, that was my main thing. The reason I don't like promote Wonderland Sprites on my personal is because I have family members that can track my sister to her thing, and she wants to keep her life private, and I respect that.
Yeah, I used to have a separate Instagram, which I ended up deleting because it was just too much work keeping two different things separate. So I only have like a few close friends following me on Instagram because I don't want anyone on my family to know. I think that's like the one thing that I won't ever do as a pet, is tell my family.
Yeah, I have a separate personal account, and then I have my kitten account, and on my personal account it is open, because I did mention about it, but I don't, like, I think only 2 people in my, like, personal life know about the kitten account, so kind of like, it's not that I'm ashamed of it, but I just don't think people in my personal life either, like, they both don't need to know about it, because it's me, and it's not their business on what I do.
Yeah.
And also, it's just to, like, kind of get away from, like, people being hateful or not understanding.
That was all the questions in the pet play tag. But topic-wise, I would like to bring up what it means to be in a modeling group, because, again, I get so many people asking to be a model, and then when they become a model, they don't understand that it's not just a title to put in your bio. I mean, I don't ask a lot of you guys, I don't think. I try to keep it...
I really don't.
I try to keep it very, you guys can do if you want to do the podcast or the streams or the YouTube, that's up to you. The only thing you need to do is at least send in 1 picture a month. So if anyone, because the thing I wanted to announce was that the model applications will be open. I'll put the information in the Instagram as soon as the podcast is over. So anyone listening, I don't think anyone is, or if you know anyone that wanted to be a model, you can go tell them now. So they get a first dibs, I guess. But I wanted to say that it's not just a title in your bio. It's not just so you can be in our kit group and be all cute. You also have to do stuff. Not a lot. I don't ask a lot of people because I understand stress and life and being an adult. So that's what I just wanted to say. And also, being a model doesn't make you a better pet. It's something fun you can do to boost your self-esteem or find friends or etc. But it doesn't make you better than anyone else. Because I see a lot of people, like Lummy Kitty made a good point a while back, saying that being a model doesn't make you a better pet, or doesn't make you a pet, really. That I know that a lot of the pet play community is now being a model. You see everybody's a model. I don't say that as a bad thing. It's actually a cool thing because everybody's beautiful. But it doesn't make you bad if you didn't get accepted. It just means that, especially for me, I look at your accounts and I see if you'll click with everybody else because I don't want little cat fights happening. Pun. But yeah, I don't want little fights happening and drama and shit like that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. So that's why, like, if you didn't get picked, it's not because I hate you or that I see you and I'm like, ew, gross, you're ugly. No. Oh my god, no. It literally takes me days. And I ask people, like I ask you guys sometimes, because I genuinely don't want to mess with anybody or hurt their feelings or hate me. Because last time I opened applications, someone got mad at me and I felt really bad. That is the end of my little rant. It's just, I wanted to make that public because I do rant about it in the kick a lot because it's being an owner of a page, especially when you're not a pet, is very difficult. Because you don't, even though I have you guys that are pets and I can ask you guys any questions, it's still that gap of either not feeling accepted by other page owners or not feeling as though your page is more certified. Yeah, prestige, because I am not a pet, but I think that makes it a little bit better because I don't, because I'm not a pet, I don't know what's good or bad, gear-wise or etc., so I don't look at you for that stuff. That was a bit of a tangent, but yeah.
On the subject of, like the quality of, like, gear and everything, I think it's kind of ridiculous how a lot of kittens are just kind of like, or just pets in general, are like generally getting upset with other people for not having good enough gear.
I see a lot of modeling pages. I saw one recently that...
Damn it, too many people are fucking tanking the ad, so...
Oh my goodness.
One person tanking.
They had their list long of their qualifications to be a model, and one of them was you had to have like professional pictures or a headshot or like full body or something. And it's like, if these people are college students or have a job or etc., they don't have time for this. And I know the Chateau does that, but they're very different. They're more of like a magazine kind of stuff. Like I compare them to Playboy bunnies a lot because that's what they remind me of.
Yeah,
That's pretty
but
much what it
less
is.
sexual, just the ranking.
Yeah. And I would never try to rank anybody on what modeling page is better, but I'm saying that there are a lot of...
Definitely the more exclusive.
Yeah. I think it's the top, like, you see a lot of kittens put in their bio, dreaming of the chateau or something like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, dream for the stars and shit. Do you, boo-boo. But, yeah. Being, if you don't get accepted by a modeling page that wants better gear from you or etc., it's not you that's in the wrong, to my opinion.
Well, I mean, when I first started, like, legit, all I had was a pair of cheap dollar store, like, clip-on costume earrings with, like, a single ribbon that I added, like, a lobster claw and a jump ring to. Like, that was all I had, and I couldn't afford to go out and get more stuff, so I had to learn to make better, like, collars, and make collars that could withstand stuff.
There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody starts from...
The ground up.
Yeah, like, you don't start out with $100 of stuff.
I actually want to say I joined the one. I'm pretty sure I joined the Wonderland Sprites with no gear whatsoever.
Yeah, like this is gonna sound really dopey and stuff, but like when people send in, when I ask like a small bio, normally people just don't even add that. They just add what criteria. They're like, they put their height and their weight and crazy things like that, and they put like what other pages they model for, and they want it to be super professional. But I really want to know you, like the reason Asexual Kitten, yours, like you had this like quirky picture and you had like red lipstick, and you like I could tell you really worked on your makeup to take the picture, and your bio was really cute. And Kale, when I tried to be a shop owner, you messaged me and was like, "You're doing great," and you were really nice. And then Ska'ar, you said that you had 2 cats, and then you mentioned their names and gave me a little small bio about their personalities, and I was like, I love when people do that.
Yeah. I remember starting out with you, like, I think it was like the day of that I like actually made my Instagram, and I was like, alright, I am a small, like, tiny child in this, like, big pool. So, like, my first goal was to, like, make friends, and then, like, someone was like, hey, like, they did a shout out for you, and then I saw that was, like, very small, so I was like, okay, maybe this is a good place to start, you know? So I found you, and I was like, I DM'd you, and I was like, hey, please be my friend. I love you. And luckily, like, since then, I've like most of my like better like friends like on this like community has been through Wonderland Sprites. And honestly, I feel like if I didn't have this support, I would have easily dropped it like day one.
Yeah.
Like no one understands how much, like, there are many times where I hate Wonderland Sprites because it's stress. But like 9 out of 10 times I do love Wonderland Sprites. And even though I'm not a pet or kitten and it's not my lifestyle, I respect the lifestyle and I love you guys for your choices. And I know that I always have internet friends. And I would really like for the Sprite chat that kind of got left in the rain to die. I would like to make that come back to life, but it always seems like if I leave it alone for too long, it just kind of dies out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try my best to make that chat so people that aren't models can come and feel safe.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a safe place. Wonderland Sprites is a very safe place.
Like, there's no drama whatsoever. I haven't had drama in a very long time, and I'm very proud of that. Because it's not high school.
Yeah.
I hate high school drama, and it's sad to say that in the pet play community there's so much of it. There's so much of it, and I hate it. Like, I've talked to other page owners that have the same dilemmas that I do about their models fighting or them taking sides over this and that. It's like, just no.
I don't think the models, like, not that I know of, have ever had like issues and fights. Like, not that I know of. At least.
Like, if you guys ever had an issue with me, please come to me and I will fix it.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone's ever, I mean, I would hope not, had an issue with me. I know in the past couple of weeks I've had some mishaps happen, but I straighten them out within our group, and I feel better about myself. It doesn't matter what happened. I fixed it. I put a band-aid over it. It's done. And I don't know how you would ever, like, I've told some of my friends, they're like I told my friend Brett, who I've known since high school, about it, and it was really confused. I don't know how you would explain this. How my husband explains it to people just to make fun of me. He calls I have a sex dungeon. That's the best way to explain it to him. But I just explain it as a body positivity modeling page that has BDSM related stuff, which has become more BDSM in the past couple of weeks, I think. I used to be scared of posting stuff because I was scared people would be like, oh, you're not a kitten, you can't post this. But I was like, screw it. I had fun.
I really like the positive feedback we've started getting since posting that stuff.
Yes.
Like, I've noticed that we're like, not bringing in more people, but people are more like liking and commenting.
I'm starting to see familiar faces.
Yes, exactly.
And I would love if people commented more. Like,
even just like a smiley face.
Yes. And like, I know sometimes I don't comment back because I don't know how to respond. especially when it's I ask a question, I don't know how to respond to you guys. It's just answering back. But like if we have like I would love to bring back topics of the day because those are just really good, and most of the time they're really positive.
Yeah.
Or at least if they are kind of negative, they resolve themselves in a very professional way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know the one about putting or finding daddies and littles in your bios, and etc., was a tough one because I had a few minors fight me. They were really mad. They're like, "How dare you?"
It's one thing to say that I am willing, like I am on on the market, but I am single and I would like to participate. But whenever it just seems very unprofessional to be like looking for a master.
It just doesn't seem you're not in it for the love and the relationship. You're in it for just the sex.
Yeah.
And that's not what it is. BDSM is not just sex. I used to think that when I was very, very new to it. I thought it was, I guess because I've only seen a couple of porn, and it scared me. I was like, you just tie up the women and they have no respect. But no, it is complete consensual, and the submissive is really the most powerful one because they have to give up control.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if there are some people who do just prefer a sexual relationship in this light,
And that's
And
fine. It's
sometimes-
totally fine.
and like that's what there are like actual places in most like at
And
least in the US, there's places just for things like that.
But
Because
it's between two or many or lots of consensual adults.
yeah, like you gotta find someone like that you actually trust. You can't just look for them on Instagram or like I don't know, like
FetLife or whatever it is.
some kind of dating website where
And I think
or it's not even a dating website. It's just a plain social media website where you're just looking for a dominant. It's just
I would like to bring up the scariest thing I've ever seen on Instagram. They call themselves adoption accounts.
Oh my
gosh,
god.
I've heard about these.
I've seen many that have followed WonderlandSprite's, and I've blocked them and reported them just because it sounds like selling children because they're all underage. And doms or even littles will put, "I want it. I want them," and it just sounds so demeaning to that person.
Mm-hmm. Like they're an object and not a person.
You're not a sex object. You're not a toy. You're a person looking for a relationship. This became like a talk show that you see on E. But like, it's real talk. The name of this podcast, Real Talk.
Yeah, there's been times where I'm with my boyfriend and like it will be brought up on the kick chat and he'll notice that my mood changes, like what's wrong. And he's like, I just want to help all of these people understand that this is not what it is. And he's like, you can't help it. It's like, but I want to. And it's like, I'm getting close to tears. And it's like, it's not fair.
It's just, it's sad that I see a lot of 15-year-old girls. That's the biggest number I see with 15 girls, where they feel like they have to give up their body to find a relationship.
and just so we're making clear for anybody who might see this, we're not necessarily like judging the underage, like the minors who are on these pages, because I mean you're minors, kids make mistakes like that. It's more so we're scared for your own safety.
We're educating you so you don't get hurt.
Yeah.
I'm still considered a minor just because I'm not 18. I'm 17, and a lot of people still consider me a minor. But I feel like I'm an educated minor, and I'm taking it responsibly and very mature.
You are.
I'm not like, you know, looking. I'm not like posting sexual content or demanding sexual content from others, just because I don't even know if I'll ever be ready to consider this, just because I'm not really looking for it, a sexual matter into this. For me right now, it's just me feeling comfortable and me feeling cute and having the lifestyle of just being seen cute as others.
And that's perfectly the best minor addition of a kit and play relationship. It's the best way to do it until you're an 18. Even though I lost, like, I can't say anything because I didn't lose my virginity at 18, but I was at least 16, so that was the age of consent. That's why Wonderland Sprite is 16 plus, because it is the age of consent. I don't want you guys to feel shunned, but I want you guys to get educated.
Yeah.
And
One thing I don't like about the community is those pages that have, like, they try to be educational, but they're not properly doing it. Like, there was this one page that follows me, and I was, like, looking at them, and they were for educating minors. Like, oh, this is awesome! And then I saw what they're posting, and I was like, alright, not so awesome. And it just really concerned me, because if people are taking this education and these lessons from this one page, I'm scared that they're gonna think that's the strict line of what this is. Like, if you don't hit all these points, then you're not doing it, you know? It's not rigid and, like, you have to do this. No, it's what you want to do and how you incorporate it into
Like,
it.
I was part of this other modeling group, and that my ex-best friend, like, she had gotten me a part of this. She was just like, oh, these people are really great. Only the fact that she didn't tell me that these people were, like, 12 years old, and some of them were 12. And they were not posting innocent pictures.
oh my god.
And I was thinking that these girls are like 16 plus. I'm like, okay, well, it's a little uncomfortable for me, but, you know, they're not, like, showing anything. And then I realized these girls are, like, just getting into middle school. What is going on?
Sadly,
And then when I left with very reasonable explanation, like, she decided to start gossiping through, but she's like, well, this girl just doesn't like us because we're minors. I'm like, that's not what I said. It's just like, a lot of times minors don't understand the fact that
they attack first, and they attack people that are trying to help them instead of listening. We don't want to shun you from the community. No, that's the worst possible thing. That's when you're gonna relash and go to FetLife and lie and stuff, and you're gonna end up with an abusive relationship. I'd say 8 out of 10, you're gonna get it. I mean, you might find that one Prince Charming, quote unquote, or Princess Charming, whatever, and it'd be great, whatever. But it's not gonna happen like that.
Yeah. Even when you're not online and judging someone based off of a personality profile that they, like, carefully constructed, you still have a very high risk of getting in an abusive relationship when it comes to, like, BDSM.
One thing I am happy about the minors in the community is that it's inevitable. Like, there's always going to be minors in the community, no matter how much we try to stop it, or not stop it, but the more we try to, like, kind of help it, it's always going to be there. So I've seen pages where they just, like, minors, like, helping the minors the most, you know? Like, they're like, this is a minor safe place where we help you and educate you. I like seeing that, just because it's, like, a place where they can go and they can be safe from the others in, like, more sexual side of the community, and also just kind of, like, get a feel for it and see if this is really what they want, instead of being forced into it with, you know, a bad dom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to let's get on a happy note, guys. I guess a happy note would be, I don't want to get on religious because I already had a tangent in Walmart about Easter. I think it's weird.
St. Patrick's Day? We could talk about that.
I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day because I'm 20 and I also don't get drunk, but isn't St. Patty's like the 17th or something?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the 16th.
It's kind of a big thing for my town, so.
Well, a lot of people celebrate it like it's a good, like, a bar hop or something, but or you do a party with lots of green dye, and the next day you vomit green. I don't want to diss nobody that does that. Like, that's fun, that's great. I've never done that, but I hope to people to do it. They have fun.
Yeah, see, this year, I'm gonna end up being the designated driver for everyone. Since I don't really drink, because I don't want to make dumb decisions, but I can't take that.
I only drink when I'm in my house and my husband is around, and he's like my babysitter. Because when I'm drunk, I make pizza.
I'm just a small child. Like, I'm so tiny, I don't do that.
Yeah, last St. Patrick's Day I got offered a drink, and according to my mother, I could have taken it, except for the, let me guess the number. I want to say 30 to 40 police officers constantly walking around, because apparently you're not allowed to have, like, my town has this really, like, it's a good idea, because it's safe, but, like, we have this rule where you can't have, I want to say you can't have beer bottles or beer cans, you can only have it in a solo cup.
That's, well, I guess for people, pollution.
It's just so they don't throw it at the parade.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
And considering the parade is one of the most notable things about my city, that'd probably be,
I'm saying the bottom of this map.
that'd give us a bad rep.
There's not a lever for you.
Yeah, I think getting hit in the head with a beer bottle would really suck.
Yeah, the most traumatizing thing about the parade I've seen in my entire years of being a person, and I've gone to this parade 18 years of my life. We had a storm, so of course they had to pause the parade. So basically what we did is a lot of people had like canopies set up because we had predicted rain, and we had a lot of the people come off the streets and kind of like the parade members come and hide under our canopies until the rain went away and they could go on their way. Well, I mean, my town is very Irish. Like, there's very, very heavy Irish heritage. And so people who are in the parade, typically they do what is tradition. Well, in the parade, there's a lot of men wearing kilts. Traditionally, men are not supposed to wear underwear under a kilt. It was storming and it was windy. I saw a man, I want to say he was in his 50s or 60s, just a hairy old man. The wind blew, and because you know those kilts are pleated skirts like to lift up so easily during the wind, and I saw a hairy old man ass.
Ew.
That was the most traumatizing thing ever.
I know what I wanted to add to this, because I do want to get people's opinion, and I think people that watch the YouTube will have a better idea, or they're at least a little bit more involved in the Wonderland Sprites, because I know we're not just a modeling page. I stress that so much. We're now a coven. We're not a cult. We bumped up. Because cult sounds really bad, like you sacrifice goats. Coven sounds like cute with tea parties and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any topics on podcasts or any free games you'd like us to play on or streams, my bad, or if you have any questions, or if you have a topic of the day, or if you have any ideas that we could do, I would love to do, I wouldn't per se say a charity stream, but kind of a stream to do awareness for a few shops, maybe, have like sponsors.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Or we give away a collar or something.
One thing I hate about shop owning is that, like, I posted on Instagram that I'm selling collars, and like maybe 10 minutes after I put that, some girl was like, hey, I would love to sponsor, or I would love to promote you, where I would post about it on the blog. And I was like, oh, is there a collar you're looking into? She goes, oh, I was hoping I could get a custom. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not currently doing that. She goes, oh, but you would just give it to me. And I was like, what the?
No.
That's I don't like about that is people
Okay.
who just want to receive stuff.
This is not like their hobby, it's a business. Don't ask for free shit. You wouldn't go to Hot Topic or Walmart and be like, hey, I will put you guys up on my Facebook page if you give me free stuff. Same thing. But yeah.
I mean, like, there's those people who have, like, promoters where they're, like, larger, like, more community scene, where they, like, give them a discount code and maybe one or two products, but very small shops who have
Just
to,
starting
like,
out.
yeah, especially, or they take it away from their own money to even make this stuff for you. I feel like it's not fair for them to have to, like,
What's sad is this
send you something. Like, if you buy it and you promote it, that would be awesome. Maybe I could do, like, a discount for next time, you know? But it's just, like, and there's people, like, I've seen people who hop and do this. Like, they'll,
They
like,
copy
ask
and
for-
paste the message.
Yeah, 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
I don't know what, that just strikes a chord with me, that it's just, it seems petty, actually, to want that.
I think I was a while back gonna do something versus something, and I have a better idea or name for this. It'll be like a sleepover Skype where we get in pajamas and you don't have to Skype or you don't have to show that you're wearing pajamas, but it's kind of a chill thing where we just talk about the 2 movies or the 1 movie. It won't be recent movies that you have to pay to go see. It'll definitely be older movies. It could be a Disney movie or like a cult classic or something like that. I would love to do a Tim Burton sleepover where we just talk about Tim Burton movies and which ones are the highest and which ones are the lowest kind of thing, especially before the new Alice in Wonderland comes out.
Yes.
So that might be coming up. It's just a lot of people. Oh my gosh, I just got a notification from Skype. It's Calico Kitten's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
I can go on
That's
Instagram and
perfect.
say something.
That's perfect timing. So I hope she does watch the podcast and to be still happy birthday. So if you follow, does anyone have like her entire name? I can't remember it.
It's on Instagram. It is the Calico Kitten 306, and the Calico is spelled with a K.
If you go there and tell her happy birthday, tell her that the Wonderland Sprites podcast sent you. Yeah. And just send her lots of love. Because that was actually perfect timing and everything. But I would love to do more with viewers, like have more viewers in the podcast. And shop owners. I would love to get a shop owner, like a bunch of shop owners so they could kind of like discuss.
Yes.
Not tell dirty secrets, but just tell their pet peeves about the community and their best things about the community and maybe give out like little sneak peeks about their new releases, things like that. So if you want to be a part of the podcast, please send me a message, WonderlandSprite's. I would definitely look at it. Please be over the age of 16. I would prefer 18 just because of how these conversations go and because being 16 and talking on a podcast is a little different than taking a picture and putting it on Instagram. So, yeah. And I would also really prefer if you knew one of the WonderlandSprite's models so they could vouch for if you're going to actually do it. Not just say, oh yeah, I would totally love to do that, and then the day comes and you just kind of ditch it. That's one of my biggest pet peeves ever. But yeah, I think I have no idea how long we've been talking.
About an hour.
Okay, I think you guys have anything else to say?
I really had fun tonight. Like, I was debating on doing this, but I'm really happy I did it.
And I think I will post the highlights of the stream within this week.
Get out of here with that shit.
Alright then. I also apologize for my husband in the background. It's just, he's an extremely loud person, and I'm an extremely quiet person, so we counteract each other. Anyway, the podcast will be up next week, hopefully, but the highlights of the stream will be out within a couple days.
Yay!
Alright, cool.
Thank you guys for listening and stopping by, and we love you guys. And question to put in the comments: what's your favorite thing about the pet play community, and your least favorite thing? Leave it down below. Bye.
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 I think your boyfriend is talking about Disney World.
Yeah,
Chocolate milk. Yes.
he's a
I can
special
predict as
snowflake.
many tornadoes. I can predict fucking lightning strikes.
He's a flower. Special,
Yeah.
special flower. Alright. We did good.
Yes.
Now I have to edit stuff, which is